Shave day again. I'm a day late, I know. I said I was going to do the shave yesterday and I didn't because, well, the kids were off school. They drove me absolutely bananas, but it did give me a chance to think and do some extra research and everything else like that, just so that, well, I feel better about doing this. I'm loaded with the information. So today I'm doing something. I'm not using my DE razor, either of them. I've mentioned in my first video that I'm part of some groups on Facebook, and one of them is UKWSS, and the guys on there are really fantastic, and one of them is a head shaver and he has a few bits and bobs, and he said to me, did I fancy trying a HeadBlade Moto before I went and bought one for myself? And of course I agreed, why not? Someone's offering to lend you something to try so you don't have to fork out of your own pocket to do it, then you're going to accept, aren't you? And it wasn't until I did the first video and I mentioned about that, and I went, oh crap, got to pack it up and send it back to him. And then I thought, you know what it is, I'm going to get one last cheeky shave in and then I will clean the razor up and send it back to him. So, HeadBlade Moto, whichever, M-O-T-O. And I can't get into the bloody thing. There we go. So, he kindly supplied me with 2 blades to try. And there it is. It's a little skidoo. How cute is that? This is what he uses when he goes travelling and takes razors with him. So it was perfect because of COVID. He's not travelling, so not perfect for him, but perfect for me to try this little one out. So it is a typical cassette cartridge razor with a little rolly ball to help with the guidance. And I did have a look online for them, and I am rather impressed in a sense with it. I thought to begin with, oh my god, cartridge is going to be expensive as hell. The razor itself, if I remember rightly, because this is the bit I didn't write down, is about £20, I think, if I remember rightly. It's like £17.99, or it could even be £22.99, but it's not bank breaking. And the blades, replacement blades, whilst they are pricier than obviously our DE blades, they're £14.90. It's a pack of 4 cartridge blades and the adapter, because there's not just one HeadBlade model that you can get. There's the Moto, there's the ATX, and I believe there's even a newer one out than that. But I can't think for the life of me what it was called, because my brain is like a sieve at the moment. But the HeadBlade claim that each cartridge can last up to 10 shaves, which, when you think about it, I shave my head twice a week. That's 5 weeks. So it's not bad. It's not bad really. And again, if you're only taking one of these like I would when I was travelling, so I didn't have to like cart around all my gear, then these things seem perfect to me. So, and this shave, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, because I've been trying to all morning, and Astra Planeta. I've been saying Plantera all blooming morning and adding letters in when there shouldn't be. It's the Phoenix Artisan CK6 formula, so I've got really high hopes for this. High hopes, no, I'm lying. I love this stuff. I got sent a sample from CB Shaves and oh my god, I am going back down onto the face today. So I just had to, I love the stuff. I love the CK6 formula. It does seem to me to be a lot slicker. So, the Astra Planeta. For those of you who don't know, the note list for this is like that. I mean, oh my god, it is ridiculous. So it is absolutely, there's everything from, let's go through it. Black pepper, petitgrant, grapefruit neroli, lavender, plumeria, geranium, oak moss, purple carnation, Australian sandalwood, Haitian vetiver, opoponox resin, Indian olibanum resin, ambergris and tobacco absolute. That's an awful lot. And you know how the guys mentioned the rabbit hole that you fall into? Well, for me, I fall into a different rabbit hole than them. I will find something like I did today in a shaving soap, and I kind of like suddenly go on a hyper focus of what the hell is that, and I just start researching into these ingredients. I've just flipped it round so I can do the back and go with. And today it was the vetiver, or as it's spelt, vetiver. It's VETIVER, but it's, according to Google, pronounced vetiver, which, okay, if that's what we will say, then we'll go with that. I'm not going to argue with the worldwide tinterweb. So, then I find the vetiver, and I think, what the chuff is that? So I start researching and find out that vetiver is a bunch grass that is grown in South India, Sri Lanka and Indonesia, and in a lot of places it's actually considered a weed because it's like our typical dandelions over here. They grow phenomenally. They just keep going, and if they're not cultivated and kept, then they just take over, and they become like weeds. But I found out as well that it's related to like lemongrass and citronella, those kinds of plants, and that it's actually really useful for a multitude of things. And I can't believe, I've just reopened a spot from the other day. Aww. I wish they would hurry up and go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the amount of uses, it really is like a dandelion. I mean, if you know plants, then dandelions are kind of like your jack of all trades kind of thing. They can be, oh shit, going the wrong way, wrong part. They can be used for all sorts of things, and it's like the same with this vetiver. It's got a myriad of uses, from agricultural uses because of its root system. They like to use it to keep soil in place, but it's also used in aromatherapy to relax and de-stress people and relieve anxiety and all that good stuff, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But then I spotted a bit on there that said about could it be used for people with ADHD? Now, those of you who know, I got diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 35, so I wasn't a naughty kid. Before anyone jumps on that, there's no such thing as ADHD, you just needed a good smack off your parents. No, I survived up until the age of 35, and it was a pure accident that I found out that I had ADHD. I touched on it in the first one. But apparently, it's meant to be good for ADHD because it decreases mental fatigue, and it's supposed to increase like alertness. So I'm thinking I'm either going to be sniffing this all day, or I'm going to have to get a diffuser roller and have a go and see what it's like for that, because quite frankly, anything that can help with improving my alertness and my attention span is not a bad thing. I've had several conversations with different people over the last few days, and oh my god, the stuff I've been coming out with, it's surprising me. Oh, but there you go. There's your information that I found out on the vetiver. So, second pass, I'm only doing 2 passes with this razor because that's all I'm going to need. I think maybe 2 passes and touch-ups, possibly. Seems to be. But as you can see, this razor, I mean, for cartridge razor, it is blooming good. It is. I think as well, I've noticed on these that the blades inside the actual cartridge are spaced wider, so the gap in them is, well, wider. It's a bigger gap. What? Jesus Christ, no. So, and obviously blades are blades and they cut regardless, but with this is kind of like your, I just want a quick 10-minute tidy up kind of shave before I go out or go to work. It's when you haven't got the hour that it takes me to shave my head with a DE razor, these seem to be the perfect solution. So I'm thinking, if you can hear dings going on, I don't know if you can until I watch this back, but if you can hear dings and pings, it's me phone. The notifications are going mad at the moment, and I really don't know why. It's just constant. Oh, there's another one I've just reopened. But for, like I say, for a quick, simple shave, or for anyone who's just starting out the head shaving, who maybe isn't confident or doesn't want to go down the D route, but they want something specifically designed to make head shaving easier, then this is the one to go with, because I mean, oh my god. Now, from what I can gather, this one's the Moto with the little ball in it, but if you go on the website and have a look, now is it the ATR or the ATX, or am I making these letters up? I can't for the life of me. I need to work on that. But anyway, the next one up, it made me laugh, and I am actually going to get it just for this simple fact. My hubby is a Lego geek, nerd, whatever you want to call him. And the next razor up from this has got the wheels of a Lego car. And I just want it for that, because I think that's just freaking awesome. I am a bit of a Lego weirdo as well, I must admit. It's like a 3D jigsaw. Kills a few hours. and it stops me from shouting at the kids because it gets them occupied and involved. And would you believe that the video's been going for what, 15 minutes now? I did me 3-4 minute ramble at the beginning and that's me head shaved. That is quite literally almost PBS already. I'm just gonna rub over with some water. I've got a patch at the back that needs to be re-slicked. If you can hear the kids downstairs, I apologise, but I couldn't put this off any longer, and the kids wanted me to do it because for some reason they find it absolutely fascinating that people want to watch mummy shave their head. But hey, they normally choose all my stuff for me as well. If I'm using my DE, I get them to choose the blades and the soaps, which, by the way, if there are any razor manufacturers that happen to watch this, or any of you know any razor manufacturers, please tell them to start putting razor blades into pink packaging, because my daughter does not like the fact that they don't come in pink. She is a princess. Pink and sparkles, the complete opposite to me, and I love her for it. But she turned around, she makes a very valid point. Shaving gear, and rightly so in a sense if you think about it, because I mean, well, let's face it, it's men that do this, not women, or it used to be men that did this and not women. But she just turned around and she goes, but mum, there is just nothing pretty out there for you. And it's like, oh no, I agree. So decent razors that look pretty, not these $3.99s on Amazon that fall apart within 5 minutes and crack under blade pressure. The only thing this is struggling with is my crown. But again, it's not the razor, it's me. I struggle with my crown anyway because I think I've got a double crown by the feel of it, and every hair sticks out in 20 different directions. It's bloody ridiculous. But oh my god, that is, there we go. Let's get the towel on that and get rid of all this soap. I'll check my temples over quick because that's me weird bit that I can't seem, I always seem to miss the temples. I don't know why, I don't know how, but, oh, down there. There we go. Oh, I know what I was meant to do as well. Jesus Christ. I am not with it at the minute. You're gonna have to forgive me. I'm just all over the bloody place. Just wanted to say as well, thank you to everyone who has given me advice and information and tips and everything. Jim, you pointed out that the juddering I was saying about is probably because the lather has gone and dried out. It does. The one thing that nobody thinks about in comparison between head and face shaves is the fact that heat escapes out the top of your head. It's the hottest part of your body, and the simple fact of the matter is it's gonna dry out. The water's gonna evaporate quicker than it is on your face. So I've had to unlearn a lather technique for a face, which everyone was raving about and saying you need to do. You want a thick and no, you don't. Not for a head. You need it slick. You need the water in there. You need it thinner. Yes, you need the cushioning, but you also need the soap itself to be thinner so it doesn't dry out and you've got the slick there, if you know what I mean. It is a really confusing thing when you're just starting out, but it's like all the other guys say, It's all a case of trial and error. That's all you can do. There's nothing more, nothing less. This hobby isn't one where you can go out and buy one razor, one blade and a soap and just that's it, get on with it. You do need to try and test different blades and different razors, because a feather may work in this one but it's not going to work in this one, and it's all about trial and error. There is no right answer in this, and I think a lot of people... Oh crap, guess what, Chris? Broad bean size. A lot of people do forget that, and they can lose sight that not everything that works for me is going to work for you. It's like there's me ranting the last couple of weeks about my magnetic razor, but I know people don't trust them because the magnets can fail. So it is quite literally a simple case. Oh my god, there is absolutely no sting from that either. I'm using the Bulldog. I've nicked it back. I bought it when I first started shaving my head, and I was finding that I was getting really stingy off of it and tingly, and so the hubby nicked it. I've nicked it back. He doesn't know yet. And he doesn't watch these, so he's not going to know, as long as none of you tell him. So, shh, our secret. Anyway, again, that has got to be the quickest shave ever. Yes, I've got a couple of little, like, oozy bits. But again, that's spots and cuts from previous shaves that have just reopened, and they're not... I don't look like Carrie at the prom, so it can't be all bad. So, I think I might wrap up there. Andy, I'm going to go and clean the razor now and send it back to you, mate. Thank you so much. You have opened my eyes to another way of shaving, and yeah, I'm going to get one. Even if it is just to go on chucking luggage or whatever, or for that quick 5-minute shave, it's well worth it. And again, every pack of blades you get the adapter and the cartridge, so it doesn't matter if you end up chucking out the adapter by mistake, which is what I'm normally like, because if you didn't know, that's my blade keeper. I've got a shaving razor, multi-blade razor, and in between the blades are spacer bars. Spacer bars come out. First blade came out in the blade keeper. First spacer came out on the side. Second blade came out into the blade keeper. Third blade out straight in the blade keeper. Ah crap, where's the spacer? In the blade keeper. So I don't recommend this in the slightest, but oh hi Derek, you just sent me a message. Yeah, I don't recommend this, but I really had to. Yeah, I needed to get in there, so rat nose pliers, and that's that's the outcome. So I may have to get a new one of those, but hey. Right, so today is Tuesday, and normally I do my shaves on a Monday and a Thursday, but because I missed yesterday and today's Tuesday, I'm thinking I'm gonna miss Thursday and I'll do Friday instead, and then next week, hopefully, fingers crossed, yeah, hubby's on early, so yeah, next week I'll be back to normal with my Mondays and my Thursdays, and God help us when the kids are off school, because you won't hear a damn word I'm saying. Not that you're probably that interested anyway, but I like talking to myself. I like the sound of my own voice, and I don't mind admitting that. So, I'm gonna cut it off there like I should have bloody 5 minutes ago, because this is just me rambling now. So, Thank you for everyone that subscribed. Thank you for all the comments, the tips and the tricks and everything else to help me on this shaving journey. I really do appreciate it from everyone. And what's more to say other than I'll see you next time. Bye.